welcome to One Way, the game where we go in one particular orientation, south, and keep going that way till we hopefully hit the southern border. Anyway, we got things to discuss, and I have a feeling something isn't going very well at this point. So let's F5 towards the front, F1. Big stutters. Something someone has told me should fix a certain problem isn't seeming to work. Good old F3, and we see we're 526,592 blocks. 526,592. And of course, we head south. We can, if we want to turn, we can turn east. We can turn west. And unless it helps, we do not go north. I think we might have solved the seizure problem, but we're also running into a memory dump problem. So, we got the thing set at 2 hours, and we're going to start the adventure now. And away goes the timer, and oh, this is not acceptable. And stop the timer, and stop the game. Yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of adjustment. And we're back. Alright. That's part of the issue that we're going to have to try and solve. Hit back to game. F3. Yeah, a little better. And stutter. So, you know I've been having problems with seizures in this game. Well, it looks like we might have an actual answer, and haven't we heard that one before? I have posted on both Minecraft.net and on MinecraftWorldMap.com my story of downloading the new Java-free version of Windows Minecraft, which, yes, it has been stated as Java-free. Then they changed it to, well, it's the executable that's Java-free, and now it's just the installer that's Java-free. It's the same crap. Only thing is, you're stuck with a certain version of Java, which was very horrible and unreliable. So I reverted back to the old version of the game, which was still available on their site. I just didn't see it. But per usual, when you're dealing with the interwebs and the young adults and as well as teenage kids, is that they're trying to prove how macho they are and not how many actual brain cells they're using, with the exception of one person who was actually using his brain cells, and congratulations on that. He was telling me that I was setting up my Java wrong. See, the thing is, when I was setting it up, I was thinking that if I told it so much memory, that is what it's going to try and allocate to the game, and we got planes. I have 8 gigs of RAM, less than 2 for the operating system and other things running, and so I decided I would set it up for 6 gigs, and I would have more room. Well, apparently this guy has pointed out through a cut and paste of help file for for Optifine, that's what I'm trying to think of, is that in a nutshell you assign a little less than half, if possible, the amount of memory you want to use. So their example was, if you wanted to assign 8 gigs, which I don't have 8 to assign to the game, you tell Java to assign XMS and SMS, I believe, 4 gigs, or a little less. So that's what I did. I went with what worked before until I lost Minecraft by accident, reinstalled it, forgot one of the XMS, SMS commands, and been having seizure problems since. Then seizures happened ever since Java 1.8.0_25, and me apparently giving Java too much. I was telling it to give 6, so it was looking for 12. And so when it ran out of memory, it was looking for the hard drive for the other 6. Hence the game seizing. If it sounds like I'm yelling, it's because I'm trying to talk over the air conditioner because it's yet another very hot day, late August 2015. Boston is supposedly in for a heat wave. So I got the air conditioner running in the background. Obviously you can tell I don't have central air. So yeah, that's the noise you're hearing. So I know we've heard this story many a times before, but hopefully this time we really have fixed the problem. And for a litmus test, because I've been having problems with amped worlds as well, is I tried this with the amped world while I was at the laundromat. Work was slow, so I got out a half day. Took a half day off, should I say? And stutter. And I was at the laundromat because I couldn't go when I normally did because there was a really nasty storm out. And the last thing you need is to have your clothes done and have all the machines go off and you lose all your money. B, possibly having your stuff permanently stuck in the machine. Wonderful. Or C, everything goes fine and you go out and everything gets all wet anyway. So I took the half day, did my laundry, and I played with the old format, which was setting aside 2 gigs SMS and XMS on an amplified world. And it did not freeze once. Perhaps this is the magic bullet. But then again, it could be that this is just something that's going to happen because this world's getting so big and the disconnect between spawn and where we are is just getting humongous, even if I do purge the world size. So the very rough start that we had, big stutter there, I think that was the memory clearing, which, if that is the case, the problem has officially been solved. That is normal operation, where if it's about to run out of assigned memory, it dumps everything that's behind us, and that causes a big stutter. And that is perfectly normal. Oh, look at that. Fortress there, fortress there. Sun going down. That's not good. Not at this time. Usually I don't want islands, but now I'll take anything. Anything that's not going to be hazardous to us. Oh, this is gonna suck. Come on, anything. I see anything over there. It's winter, but we'll take it. So basically, outside of the normal stutters, if we get that second long pause style of stutter, that should be the memory clearing everything that's behind us, which is what I was starting to say. And we start with the lowest amount of RAM that it initially started with. I think it's around 50% or so. So when it gets to 100, it'll dump the other 50% and we start again. And that clearing process causes the massive, like, 1 second stutter. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? I have a hard time explaining that. And look, we just bounce off of nothing, so you're not really there. We got the boat back. See, the boat was actually over here. That's why we... What looks like random swinging. Alright. Oh, no. Oh, and because I was at the laundromat, I got my darkness settings up to bright. Okay, this will be quick, as I know what I want to do. I have it up at bright because I was playing in a bright building. I don't really like using that setting. It's not realistic. Yeah. Okay. And run. Only on the ice will I do the run and jump thing, because that's when you actually will gain some form of forward advantage. So again, we're hoping we've actually solved the crisis, because the massive stutters we were having at the very beginning, once again, and we cut the camera very quickly when that happened. I think that's kind of proof that we've hit the magic bullet. But the thing is, file size versus memory allocation versus what's actually available. Are we actually going to find that happy medium where we can have everything working for us? That would be great. So yes, the 1 second stutter is a good thing. And the only thing good about these wide open winter areas, and let's just check our direction, good. I wanted to be sure I wasn't turned around when it was stuttering, like when it was having trouble playing. And the reason was it needed a lot more memory than I gave it. So it was literally running out within seconds of playing. And then it would dump memory, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. So then it would play for a few more seconds and then stop, dump, play again, stop, dump, play again. We just have to try to extend how long between it dumps memory so we can continue playing a nice smooth game of Minecraft. One way. I know that this will be fine for amplified. Or at least the 2 gigs is, because I had 0 issues. I've 3 might be pressing our luck. It might be just a little too much assigned, and it might hit the hard drive. Looking for the rest. Spike biome. We'll look at it, as those are supposedly very rare, but we've seen quite a few of them in this show. So in the last episode, which was recorded about a week ago, but uploaded maybe, I forgot when, I think it was like the 16th, which is yesterday as of the recording. Today's the 17th, 2015 of August. Random order, that's all that matters. Anyway, I mentioned that my Fiesta took a siesta. The automatic transmission transmission power module failed, is what the culprit is. And like I said, there were parts of the transmission that were protected under an extended warranty, even if you didn't buy an extended warranty, because of a flaw in design. And that was a big stutter, meaning it was probably dumping RAM, which means that we are good. Everything should be fine now. 2 hours of uninterrupted bliss. It's if there were a creeper around and that happened, that would suck. I think we found our happy medium. Oh, Savannah. Oh, it happens to be forming in front of us as well. Well, we'll take the shorter way. I don't think we're going to be making any super progress like we did in the last show, because we got enough obsidian to make a portal and use the nether. Now, some people say, and I know I'm repeating myself, is if you're using the nether, you're cheating. No, I'm not. I'm cheating if I use external commands or if I use a mod or something to do that. If you can do it in the regular game without cheat codes or anything, it's fair game. The reason Kurt J. Mack does not use it is that it is, one, too dangerous. That version of the Nether is far more dangerous than the version that ultimately became part of the official game. Second thing is, he could not take Wolfie along in the Nether. He would have to abandon him. So that's another reason why he doesn't do that. And three, I think I've already, is C, number 1. Too likely to die, because it's significantly harder. Plus, he wants to enjoy the scenery. While I like to enjoy the scenery, and there's a village, I've told you, first and foremost, is to get there as fast as possible by any legitimate means possible. So that means using the Nether, so be it. And we gained an extra 6,000 blocks that we normally wouldn't have got, or maybe around 3,000 or 4,000 if we did a crap ton of horse travel. And I mean much more than we did in that episode. 63, that's enough of them. Let's see. Yeah, we got gold. Purple shirted guys are good for that. But we can only get one. Looking for farmers. And there's an orb circling us. Librarians. Why do I keep going for the white shirts? They're useless. Do we have a smithy? See, the village goes this way, and I don't see any smithies. We try to stop at 60 pieces of wheat. We got 63. So that, hello. That's quite interesting. Terrain generation, weird. Anyway, out of here. Okay, we're heading the right way. South we go. Oh, I hate when we have to make decisions like this. Desert or plains. I don't like that. So I'm hoping these 2 hours will go smooth from now on. Yeah, we've heard that many times. I have a feeling that this is just going to be a show where no matter what we do, things are going to seize up. And temple, that too. And somebody brought up, and I didn't notice till I was editing the last 2 videos, is at the end of episode 31, we stopped at a temple and said, and on episode 32, we will start by exploring that temple. Then, on episode 32, we just continued. I noticed I never explored the temple. Who knows what I left behind? And this one seems to be completely buried, which is not going to be good for us. So we gotta fight whatever's in here right now. Yeah, we're buried. And we're gonna have to Dave Grohl our way down. There we go. Might be alright. Just keep an ear out. I hear nothing. That's good. Alright, let's do our usual little digging pattern here. Is start there, go around the pillar. Because we know that if we... Okay, how about where we're actually pointing towards? We know that was safe. That's why I dug straight down. Typically, you don't want to do that in this game, but since we've seen what was already there, we pretty much know that no harm, no foul. Alright. We've dug our tunnel. Put a torch there so everybody can see what we're doing. First one. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. I think that's it. And we got nothing of use there. Yes, there. Yes, there. And yes, there. If you were just before the village, could have got more emeralds to trade away for more bread. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit of a problem here. We kinda need to get out. And we never made a shovel, because typically we don't need it. So this is going to kill our progress. Wait a minute. We see the sun setting, so we know which way is, okay, we don't need that for sure. We don't need that, we don't need that. Let's just look at something here. Let's see. No visible offset yet. There is an offset. It's just really hard to see. I think it's probably around 3 million where it might start. If I'm correct. And usually I'm not. I have posted a video. If you've heard this before, good for you. But if you're new to the series and you're saying the offsets are when there were far lands, there's a video I posted showing that there is a half block offset when you reach 30 million. And it shows blocks falling a half block closer to the 0 point than where you're standing. So if you drop sand, an anvil, any entity type block, you will see it. So I'm wondering if when or if we're going to see some form of offset as we are 527 or 528,000 blocks out at this point. I'm just guessing. We don't hit F3 in the overworld, except for the very beginning to see where we start, and at the very end to see where we've ended for the day. Because we can just look at the sky and use that to determine which way we are heading. And it looks like it's time to boat yet again. That was a waste of time, now that I'm thinking of it. Boat. So thanks to, I can't remember your name, if you even watch this, for pointing out that assign Java about, but not more than half of the memory you actually want to assign to the game. I typically have 6 available, so I assigned 3 XMS, 3 SMS. Perfect. Or so it should be, as it stutters and the boat isn't moving. There we go. And the Minecraft flaws are still present, obviously, such as the long load times, the interpretation of where the boat is versus where we are. Ooh, what's gonna form here? Desert. Desert. Hate when it forms like that. That's making me think I might have missed something, but you know what, we can't really... Oh, village! Yeah, we're gonna have to go backwards a little bit. But, like I said, if it ultimately helps, it's allowed. And if it doesn't, well, hey, we tried. So long as we're not purposely going backwards for... Okay, we hit disembark. Yeah, I mean, that stuff still happens. It's annoying, but it's part of the game. Now the question is, where's the boat? big stutter. That was memory dumped, which, like I said, I'm okay with that. It's nowhere to be found. That's the thing about boats, is that it looks like it's where it is, but it might not be. And if you look, we're only down to 2 loaves of bread. Ever since we traded away emeralds for bread, it seems stupid, but ever since we've done that, since God knows when, and there's a smithy, we have not touched any of the meat that we have on us. You are a leather worker. You are somebody who can trade emeralds with, and quite a few. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Yeah, you don't trade more. Not till we make more trades. Okay, that door won't shut. We're not gonna... Another worker? No. Nope. But let's see if we got any obsidian. No, but we got food extenders, as I like to call them. Helps extend our food. Come on, we need a farmer. No farmers. What gives? Who does the work? Alright. There was a little help there. See you guys. And another temple! Yay! I wonder what we'll find in this one. I like when these two types of things form together. You know, the plains and savannas could use another type of structure so we can have things like this happen. That'd be great. Why should the deserts have all the fun? Is this one buried too? Nope, just enough. But we're lighting it up just to play it safe, hoping that we will be safe. Oh, I broke the pillar. Hurry, 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 hurry. Whew. Wow, that could have been disastrous. It would have stunk if the building collapsed on us. As we know in Minecraft, gravity affects everything. Alright, we're down here in this little thingy here. Let's shut. Ooh. Don't need you, or you. Nothing. Nothing. We generally don't need to fight, so that's... I don't know. Would it be worth it? You know what? Let's take it. We're gonna need to make an anvil to do that, though. But we need a crafting table, and we know where we can find one of those. It's right on us, but right now we got other important things to do, such as looking up, making sure we're going the right way, and heading off again, as our Canadian friends would say. Alrighty. As the adventures go along, village again. Wow. And I thought that was a village. An embarrassment of riches, I think that's how the saying goes. But just you watch, we've seen this happen before. We'll go like 8, 10 straight Minecraft days, not a village, temple, or anything. Just you watch. Could be a crappy village too, we don't know. Oh, we do now, and it's crap. Nothing but librarians, I'm trying to say. And we hit the toolbox there. Bing, bing, bing. Actually, I don't know why I split that stack. Okay, why am I having a hard time with this? I think we'll be carrying that along with us now. Because we can. Clang! Alright. And we'll take some diamonds to fully recover that. There we go. Wow, that breaks pretty easily. Alright, we won't be needing the anvil in that position, but we will need that in that position. That should be over there. We're running out of room for things. Okay, I was gonna say, did I turn off clouds? Every now and then I do turn them off if they're interfering with a build. Like in my amped world, I have the 6K village, if you've seen that show. And what I'm trying to do is fortify a village, but the problem is the village is literally in the clouds, and where the clouds were located was where I'm trying to build. And in order to see what I'm doing, I had to shut them off. So every now and then when I look and see things that don't appear all that cloudy, I wonder if I forgot to turn them back on. So I have to actually look up at the sky and be sure of that. Okay, good. Bench. Zip. Yes, keep that there. Bed. 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 Take it. Boat. Take. Plop. There it is. And good night. Sleep it off. Well, we're a little more than 30 minutes into it. I don't know why, but it seems like it's been a lot longer. I know when you're watching these, it definitely seems a lot longer. Probably because we found so many villages and temples already. It just messes with my brain, thinking, okay, I've went so far, I've done so much, because it's usually travel a long distance before we find all this stuff. So in so many numbers. But no, that's not the case. We found okay, that's a tree. Thought it was another village. That would have been really something. But I haven't seen any obsidian. I want obsidian. We only got 2 loaves of bread left. We also need farmer villagers, so we can trade away some emeralds for bread, which for the purpose of this particular objective actually makes quite a bit of sense. In the actual game, not so much. I get that. But if you want to make villagers reproduce, or in my case, you want to use the bread so you don't have to touch any of the cooked foods you have, so they'll last that much longer on your way towards hitting 30 million and looking at cacti that float in mid-air like this. And now we know what the bottom of a cactus looks like. don't know why, but it seems to look different on the bottom. I think it might actually be different. Getting some interesting terrain. We have partial houses floating in midair. We have cacti floating in midair. Quite interesting. So yeah, I am talking a little louder because, like I said, it's hot. I got the air conditioner running. And I am not like all these other people that are popular that live in $1,000,000 homes that can afford, you know, afford or even have central air so you don't hear anything. I get old ratty windows so you can hear a lot of city sounds even when the windows are closed. And when the windows are open, I don't care. It just adds a little more ambience to the whole thing. Yeah. See, it was positive. It looked different on top. Usually, if the textures are different on a block, they're usually the same on the top and bottom. Not on cacti. Sometimes you learn things. Alright, what? And there's the big memory dump, I think. I'm okay with the big memory dump. That shows that it's used up all the memory that's assigned to it and flushing it all out so we can start at a low point again and the game will never cause problems. Except in the very beginning, it apparently needs about 2 gigs just to play this world. Alright, I'm looking at stuff. I just want to see if there's things yeah, all pretty much essential. So, I mean, we can't carry too much extra baggage. Yeah, there's going to be a point we can't carry things. And I didn't even see the village. Not until I jumped into the water. It just blended in too well. But I'm noticing, though, that the villages are starting to get less and less useful. Not going for any... Farmer? Shepherd. Are you a farmer? Hey, I'm talking to you. Shepherd. Well, you know what? These are going to hell. We'll spend them just to get rid of them. Why not? Ah, I thought I saw a smithy. Purple shirted guy. Exact amount. Fisherman, not enough. Oh, we have to give them fish too. Boo! Whatever. Oh, that's not good. Now you're in a hole. Alright, let's get to where we're trying to get to. Come on, obsidian! No! Got more of that. I got a foot extender here. Farmer! Yay! Okay, good. Ding 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 ding. One collective. Alright, you're usually good, but right now... Okay, good. Alright, we were getting low there. Fisherman, not gonna waste more time. Okay, you just want to go run away. You can do just that. Hey, let's go through the hole. Then fall. Then fall again. Oh no, we didn't fall again. There's a 26.5% chance that when we visit a smithy that they will have obsidian. And I have not seen any. We've almost had to use our stake. Which, if we had to, we had to. Okay, how are we doing in the wood department? We could do a little better in the wood department. Alright, let's just split this up. Okay, a little too much. That's okay. We know that we're going to... Uh-oh. Huh, 3 exact. We'll let that live. Yeah, we only go for white wool because that's by far the most available, and we don't have to worry about mixing and matching, which takes away time. We're picking up multiple stacks to make a bed. We don't want to do that. Alrighty. This has been a pretty good run. And it looks like the run might be, or maybe not, be coming to an end. But that lava pit's a little low. Whoa, yeah. Ever since I saw Old World Gamer do that, I gotta do it. That was a little too close for comfort. And a village again! Wow, wow, wow. But none of them have been producing anything now. Hey, we finally found a farmer. Yeah, keep going. And of course we bobbed down just enough to be too deep. We got some stuff to get rid of anyway. And head over to that village. As tiny as it is, it might be useless. Yeah, we've been getting more, but they've been worth a lot less. But we never know. Something could be here. Alright, let's dump stuff we don't need, like that. We're good with the boats and the beds right now. Moon is starting to show up, so that's not what we want to see. So to bed we go. And there we are. Yeah, I don't have any more gold. Can't deal with you. Fisherman, no good. Well, that village was fun. Anyway, next. I've also noticed lack of horses. And of course, in our adventures, we would like to do a minimum of 20,000 blocks of travel per 2-hour episode. It used to be that initially this show was just in a normal rotation. I have 4 shows: this, Amped, School of Hard Knocks, and Watch Me Suck. And I would spend an hour just poops and giggles, another village, just to see how far we could go. Then I decided once a week I would do this and try to get to the 30 million border. And then I realized if I keep it up once a week, 10,000 blocks, it would take approximately 60, that's a 6 and a 0, years to do, which is unacceptable. Now if I do it the current way, which is a 2-hour episode, and I want to do at least 2, but if I do 1, that brings it down to 30. If I can do 2, it brings it down to 15, which is more doable and likely to finish before Kurt J. Mack finishes his Farmlands or Bust. Yeah, these villages have been becoming more pathetic, though. Fletcher. Butcher. Always wanting what I can't give you. Farmer! Yeah, we can definitely use you. Okay. There. Okay, there was some use to this village. Now if we only had a smithy. Alright, off we go. Yeah, 45 minutes, and so far, we're still perfectly smooth. We just get that, outside of the normal stuttering we get the one big stutter, which is, as I've mentioned a million times, is an indication that it ran out of memory and it's clearing stuff that's in our past to make room for more. That is okay, and that is a good thing, because that means it's not going to seize up. Okay, it looks like we're boating again for the long haul. I actually do not have any of these shows. Big stutter, that must have been the dump. I have no more of these in the backlog, meaning I've caught up and it's time to make a ton. What I want to do is record a couple of these on the weekdays and put together said shows on the weekends, as well as record at least one of the other shows. I just recently uploaded an episode of Amped where I showed and did a little more work on the 6K village, trying to make it bigger than what it is and get the villagers to experience everything that's surrounding them instead of sticking towards a central area. So now villagers tend to stick together in groups around wherever a crop is fairly close, so long as there's housing nearby. And housing, I think it has been confirmed with the iron farms, is that it has to be a door with a block above it, and that doorway must have direct sunlight. And that is it. Oh, well, the ground, of course. It has to have a floor, pardon me there. It's been a strange day. And finally, as I was talking about my the transmission control module is what it's called. I was calling it something weird before. That went bad on my Fiesta, and it's covered under an extended warranty due to a flaw in its design. So for those like me who did not buy the extended warranty, because believe it or not, you still come out ahead in the game if you total an average of 5,000 in repairs or less. Yes, it's a very expensive thing. Although I think for an economy car like mine, it's more in the neighborhood of around $4,000. Right now it's recovered, so I'm still looking at a goose egg for amount of money I had to put in for repairs, which is a good thing. So the only thing I have to worry about is paying this ginormous rental bill that I got. Rentals aren't as cheap as they used to be. And I remember I've had a rental for like 3 weeks once when somebody hit my car when I had a Ford Focus back in 2001, 2002, well, all the way to 2004. That's when someone hit it. And I had to have a rental for 3 weeks, and it cost me about nearly $1,000 because my insurance does not cover auto insurance, which I don't. My auto insurance does not cover auto insurance. Boy, that is a scam. No, it does not cover rentals, so I have to pay that out of pocket. It's a lot more expensive nowadays. Supposedly by the week is cheaper, and that's how I'm doing it. And I am, if it were to go for a 3rd week, which I've heard that tomorrow on the 18th of August 2015, they said my car should be ready. But if it were going to go a 3rd week, it would hit my credit limit. I mean, I won't go over, but it'll pretty much be hitting the ceiling. And let's just say it's gone up about, I'm trying to think in my head how much it has gone up about. Oh jeez, I'm way too close to this thing. Turn, 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 go away. Nowhere near that thing. I don't want your tractor beams blowing up my boat and killing me. So, I mean, the prices have nearly tripled since I last had to have a rental car. Okay, they're going after octopi that are in the area, which is good. That means I'm safe. Jeez, because what I paid for my first week was almost what I paid for nearly 2.5 weeks under back when I had to pay for it out of pocket back in the day then. And boat mysteriously disappears. Well, it looks like the sun's starting to set. Wondering how progress will be today. Might be cutting it somewhat close. Notice I'm letting this go just a bit too far. That's alright. Okay, we need to run. Progress happens when we run. It's starting to get a little dark out. Oh, that didn't work. No surprise there. So basically, we just had that one little hiccup at the beginning. Okay, I don't know if okay. Bed. Do we need any more? Yes, we do. Let's plop this in. Let's use and put bed. Bed. And boat. And take. And good night. Yeah, it gets hard to talk about stuff when the show is heading towards the hour mark, and 2 hours I pretty much completely run out. We got planes over here. I'm still wondering how well we're going to do with our forward momentum. Because 20,000 blocks is the goal, so 546,000 blocks is the target. I think it was would be 546, 126, somewhere around there. Of course, if we can beat that as little as we can, finally a horse, and a white one. Alright. We need wheat. Alright. Time for a free hand and go. $20 wheat should get you to like me. Did the percentages change all of a sudden, or? There we go. Inventory me. Let's see what we do for speed. Well, your horse. Yeah, we've had horses at this speed, and we've managed to really. This is how we're gonna run. Well, it has a one of these things. Yeah, these really suck up the resources. These jungles suck up CPU power quite a bit, so it's really hard to get the horse to move fluidly, waka waka, in the water or anywhere. It has to generate in all this crap, and it slows the game down a lot. In some ways, horses can be a good thing in the jungle if you hit them just right. I think we found a temple out in the middle and there it is. I was going to say, we look back and forth to see if we can find a temple while we wait for the horse to be completely unresponsive. And the opening is practically out in the open too. Let's see what we got down here. Hey, zombie. And hit. Let's see what's in here. Good. Could use that. It's weird what these books have for enchantments. Yeah, we might as well use it on the sword. Why not? Alright, let's not solve a puzzle. Let's just get the job done. Bang, 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 bang. Good. While we're down here, let's... Everything's a mess here. Let's anvil. See if you can figure out the reference while we're at it. No, I don't want... We don't want you. We want you. Is the horse around? Or did he walk away with everything? Oh, there you are. You're really trying to get away from me. I have a feeling you're not going to be the cooperative horsey. You're really, really making things slow. We do not need you slowing us down. You need to go over there, and we're going to play Ride the Horsey. And you're gonna enjoy the game. And the objective of the game is you go where I want, you ride where I want, and when I need to get off of you, don't go roaming back home. We need you to go in the direction we need you to be going. I only care about going one particular way. I'll give you a hint. North is not the way we care about. Well, that ends badly. Good news. We landed in water. Sorry, but I'm getting rid of that. That's just... Bad news is, you're done. This has not been a very good... This has not been a very good forward progress game today. Not by a long shot. And, okay, what just happened? Oh. Yeah, this is why we don't dig up, but sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do to get where we're going. Alright, you need to go away. Oh, actually, you didn't need to really go away quite yet. Seriously, can we just get out? Come on, hit it. Then one more. See, that's the thing I don't like about the stutter effect that these horses have, and now I'm being held down by that. Get rid of it all. eat some bread. Put that there, and we're off. Sorry, horsey. I'm actually making faster progress without you. And chickens are stuck in trees. I've also seen pigs and cows getting stuck in trees. As we all know, cows, chickens, and pigs live in the jungle. I'm sure a wild boar could. Okay, this was fun, and we found our found the temple, so we could call this good now. Find a biome where we can we can make some forward progress in and not have to keep double tapping to run. Alright, keep going. There's a skeleton. Hi, Enderman. Wanna come play sword fight? Where did you go? Oh well. I wanted Ender Pearl. We haven't done that in a while. And village. Alright, that was another memory dump. We're less than an hour to go. And outside of the little start and stop issue in the very beginning, we haven't had any problems. The big memory dump is a good thing. We know that the game will continue running as smoothly as it does once it dumps the memory it no longer needs. We love it. That means if this is really fixed, we can probably try the one-way marathon again. Because that's pretty much the only reason why I haven't done them, is that the computer kept seizing. Although it might seize up because I'm using memory that I really don't have when I do that. Well, we'll do it a little differently. Concentrating on the world here. And of course, as I said, as the second hour comes along, the conversation tends to stop because I run out of things to talk about. More horsies. Are we going to be cooperative horsies? Or are we going to stutter step and then go into another ravine? We're good at going into ravines, aren't we, horsies? Another night of sleep. And stutter. More white ones. Let's see. This one seems to be the still one. I'm gonna give you a few extra pieces. Then of course you start moving as soon as I do that. Must we walk towards a ravine? are we that stupid? Oh, you're pretty fast. Yeah, you move along pretty well, and then this happens. Of course, people just say, why don't you just lower the number of chunks that are spawning in instead of maybe set it at 10 instead of 16. Since 10 is the default, I say I like to see what's coming up. If we eliminate chunks, then we can't see what's coming up. So I mean, there's some give and take here. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. And go. And of course we go back and forth like this to see if the game is just spawning stuff in, which is why we're not moving, or the game's seizing up, which means that moving the horse's head back and forth won't generate anything. Or if it's just doing a giant memory dump. One or the other. The memory dump is fine, the seizure thing, not so much. What I was thinking is, if I were ever to do a one-way marathon again, I might have to do it differently. That being that I would have to use the built-in broadcast software, which I do not like. Because it is very... Come on, it's very hawkish on resources. Versus Open Broadcaster, which, yeah, it takes some resources away, but it runs a lot better. I have a feeling our relationship is going to be short. Because we have to go the wrong way quite a bit. Just so we can go the right way a bit more. Well, it looks like it might pay off in the long run. If we go this way. Not bad, not bad. Not the best, but it worked. Oh no. Yep, this is what I was afraid of. We're gonna have to... Okay, we don't want to do that. We're gonna have to say goodbye. You were a good horse. You were a very good horse. Too bad our relationship was extremely short. It was too short. Much shorter than I wanted it to be. And this... this cord to my headset keeps falling into my lap. Then every time I make a little movement, then it makes noise in the actual audio. I don't need that. For some reason, I'm really tired, and I don't get why. Yeah, I might have to use the built-in broadcaster. I'm not sure. Oh, here we go again. So close. Why? Well, we actually avoided that. On the plus side, the boat will let us get that much further, since we've lost quite a bit of forward momentum in quite a few spots. Yeah, so maybe tomorrow I'll get my car back. That would be great. I'd love that to happen. And what do we have here? Memory dump. Stutter. And yeah, this game hasn't been the same, but at least if this is how it's gonna go, it's bearable. It's very doable. Insert joke here. Because I won't. See an awful lot of islands, but not a lot of land. At some point, land has to either happen, or we're gonna have to take an island to sleep off the night. Be really neat is if we have one of these tiny islands and there was a village on it, or a desert temple. I have seen a seed on YouTube where a desert temple formed in the middle of an ocean. Since there actually was a tiny... Oh boy, I'm tired. Try not to yawn on video. There was a tiny piece of desert that formed, and somehow the game thought, good enough to put one in. So it looked like there was a desert temple in the middle of a swamp. Terrain generation in Minecraft can be interesting. Sometimes for the better, sometimes not so much, but usually for the better. For the entertaining. And this is not entertaining. This is boring. I like progress, but I also like a little bit of entertainment value here. I don't have any obsidian. Oh, actually, I got 7. I haven't had any today. This wire just does not want to go up. And now the wire to the laptop wants to play along and be uncooperative. Alright. That was just an island. Could be the heat. Because we're having a heat wave in the middle of August. When summer started like 60 degrees, which was very cold, and no one would know if we'd actually have a summer this year. It came late, but it showed up. Oh, can you actually do that with a boat? I can't really judge. Can we actually boat faster? Okay, this is one of those times I'm going to hit F3. 541. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, and... and stutter. Yeah, it does go a little faster. Alright. Whoops. A little preview of... a little preview of whether or not boats can go fast by using the run button. Yes, they go a little faster if we hit run. I never thought of doing that. It's just one of those things I never thought of doing. Like run while swimming. Yeah, this boat's dead. And that's a cave. We're not interested in caves. Keep going. And we're actually sleeping a little early, but whatever. We need boat and bed. Take that. Take that. Chop that. Okay, bed's still there. For a minute I thought I might have chopped the bed. Wouldn't be the first time that's ever happened, and I'm not talking about the old way that I played where I would sleep then take the bed with me. Which, in retrospect, was rather stupid. Because if I died, everything would be lost. When I purge the world, that is to shrink it down so it's not a burden on the computer, which if I try the marathon, I'll make sure to do before it, is that I have to stick around in the exact same spot for a whole day to let night fall, place a new bed, and sleep, so we will have a save point in case of death. Because at this point, I am not interested in starting completely over again, even if I chose another direction to go in. No thank you, we've already done this. We've gone this far. Now it's not remotely close to proportionate, because the first year or so it was within a normal scheduled rotation, not something that I am going to do, or try to do at least twice a week, 4 hours of running south. Boat me. Yeah, I hit the boat. There we go. Go! I hit the run button to go faster. Vroom, vroom, vroom goes the motorboat. Yeah, that plane looks a bit short-lived, but hey, let's see what's there anyhow. And boom. Oh yeah, the one time that I decide to come up close because I'm usually shortchanged. Usually wind up being placed way further away from land than where I disembark. So let's go further. Oh, now that'll be the time that we're going to actually put you further ahead instead. So you lose your boat because it's smacked into the terrain so hard. Anyway, here's something we haven't done, and I know you've been looking forward to it for the longest time, and I'm sure you can tell what it is. It's time for 10 seconds of coal. Aren't you excited? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good enough. Alright. I'll get rid of the extra materials a little later. Is that a village? Yeah, that's a village. Sometimes the land kind of tries to look like a village. This looks like it might be a bigger village. And it's got a smithy. I can see that right there. With YouTube compression, you might not, but I do. Wow, nearly an hour and a half and no seizures. I think we have actually licked it. Yes, I'm saying it and I'm actually meaning it. I think we've solved the seizure problem. So I do remember the game used to have these long stutters, which is something we do see. And as I said before, I'm fine with, so long as it's something that doesn't lead to a seizure. It's normal operation, because every computer I've had would have a moment that it has to dump the memory. Some a bit longer than others. Alright. You're useless. You might not be useless. That barely leaves me with anything, but whatever. Smithy! I saw you somewhere. You're probably over here. Yes, there you are. Hey there. Oh, you're one too expensive. You're just not what I need. Obsidian! 26.5% chance. No. Food extender. Yay. Alright, heading the right way. Cutting it close here. I've had so many villages and temples and what have not. That has actually hurt the bottom line a little bit. But when it's something that could ultimately help us, it's well worth it. So, to the best of my knowledge, everybody copies Kurt J. Mack and the Firelands or Bust. And like I said, best of my knowledge, someone doing this might be very obscure like I am, so they probably don't even know I'm doing this. But I think I might be the only one who's actually trying to run to the 30 million border, get there the fastest way possible without cheat codes or modifications. We do use nether pearls, ender pearls. We do use the nether. I've done the nether thing twice. I've done the ender pearl thing only once. Came close to getting potentially another ender pearl at times, and memory dump. With all the problems we've had, every time it stops like that, it just gives me that uneasy feeling. But something tells me I think things are okay again. I don't know when I'll try a marathon. Definitely not during the summer, because it's just hot. I've also noticed, now that I'm thinking of it, when I did the marathon, it got kind of tiring, probably because it had all these seizures. I literally could only play the game a few minutes at a time, then the game would start to seize up. Sometimes it would get to a point where it would free itself and we could continue on our merry way, no problem. Other times, it would ultimately wind up causing the game to come to a dead stop. So I think I've reset the game about 6 times over a 12-hour period. And the funny thing is, as the time went, the less I started making sense. You know, the first hour, you know, it was like, hello, welcome to One Way, where we head in one particular direction, and we keep, and blah, blah, blah. And then 30 minutes in, hey, you know, the X, Y, and Z happened today while I was at work, or, hey, look, a village. And then 6 hours later, it's silence. I think we found a village. Then silence. We gotta find something else. Then more silence. But then at the very end, I was literally like, I think I'm still going south, aren't I? Yeah, it looks like we're still going the right way. Okay. I was just completely out of it at that point. At the 12-hour mark, I said, you know what? I've done enough. I've had so many problems with the computer seizing and everything. We're gonna call this area good. And that's when we discovered we went from 200,000 some odd blocks out to 300 some odd 100,000 blocks from zero. So we actually gained almost 100,000 blocks in one episode. Yeah, we just need a boat. We need a bigger boat. Alright. 2850. I'm not liking how time is aligning, because the rule is if there is more than 5 minutes remaining when the 0 hits, then that's it. Although in actuality I think we're okay, because yeah, we want that actually. We're actually making good time. Probably have like a 2-minute overtime. Okay, boat time. Go. And vroom! Look at that boat go. It does go slightly faster. And slightly is good enough. As I said, the objective, get there as fast as we can. Enjoy the scenery if we can. Enjoy some nether scenery if it... once we get enough stuff to make a portal. An icy desert. But it may be a short-lived desert. And there we go. Yeah, I think it's more deserty on this side. And I can hear my neighbor's dogs barking outside. We probably can't. So, I mean, it's... wow. Actually disembarked roughly where I really was. I'm amazed. I'll be more amazed if this boat is here. And it was. And run. And enchanting that pickaxe, good thing. Now we got an anvil. It's worth something. Guy Smitey. Let's see if anyone gets the reference. So when I make a new tool, I try not to give it the same name as ones before it. For example, Only in my amped world do I have a crossbow that's named Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. No other world will have it. None that I play, at least. I mean, other people with great minds that think alike might have a name for their particular weapons of choice and might use it or make a second or third variant. And I admit that I've done that too. I just think that once the weapon is gone, the name should go with it. Roof forest, yay. Best part is if we can find a spot where we can just jump onto the trees. Which I'm sure not finding here. I've also found a regular forest, as I call it, a question mark biome. Because it can lead to a good biome further up. And roof forest is a question mark one too. Problem is that they're so thick, monsters can spawn within, and fun ensues, as well as potential explosions from tall green creatures that want to come up and give you a hug to say how much they love you. I'd do it again. One too many. Yeah, that went fairly well. That wouldn't go well that time. I hate when they're so thick, it's hard to figure out which way you're going, Big Stutter. Looks like the hill shrinks this way. $23 to go. I will still say this to jinx it. I think the seizure problem has been solved. Thanks to that one guy who said just simply, to simplify it, give it about half or less of the RAM you got available. Yeah, I've said before I had this problem as well. Okay. Not so planes that way, planes that way. And I fixed it, I just couldn't remember how. Or if, in this particular case, it was something different and I might not be able to fix it. Well, looks like we fixed it. And no more wolfies. We don't do that anymore. That was just wasting time. Time we could use to, say, get to 30 million instead of trying to have a wolf pack just to look good. What are we doing there? Yeah, could do better. No, we will. And we still are. That should do. "20 minutes to go." Oh, just slightly more. Alright, this was ill-timed. A swamp here. That was a good run and jump. I'm impressed. I impressed myself. To the dozens that watch this, I'm sure you're impressed as well. And up we go. I see land continuing that way. How much, though? Not enough to care. And boat. Yeah, I don't like where we are in terms of day, and that we're in a boat. That's a 6 o'clock whistle if you can hear it. And boat magically disappears. We're not going to bother. We're practically right there. And go. And yeah. I've learned on the Craft Theory server with Depth Strider 3 boots. I use that for litmus test, is that if you run while swimming, you'll go faster. Okay, we're gonna need to come up here. Village. Cliff. Alright, close enough. Let's just sleep it so we can be safe and head to that village. Alright, good morning, people. Sun behind us over there. Going slightly backwards so we can go get a village. I see the church steeple. I saw other buildings. Die. Yay, XP. Spider. Smithy. Is the smithy gonna be worth something this time? 26.5% chance. We're due. I raid your crops. That goes there. Need to make more beds. We need to get rid of things we got rid of. Or do we? We do have gold, but you're too expensive. Farmer. Alright, we don't need arrows. We don't have a way up. Here, we got an extra block of wood. Full stack there. Munchies there. Yeah, you're too expensive. Alright, let's see which way the right way is. And head on off to adventure. We got a full stack of bread. We don't need a farmer for a while. Running out of emeralds too, so keep on going. Alright, I'll do this early now that I'm thinking of it. Is bed, 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 boat. And there we are. We're all set. Yeah, I think for the most part we've solved the seizure problem. It's still not perfect, but it's playable and we don't have to stop and continue on later. But hey, we've had this not seize up before, and then when I was done recording and went to do the save and quit, it froze. But I'm not seeing the frame rates plummeting to a very low number. I mean, it would do that once in a while anyway. It was nothing new. But the way that the current version of the game works, ever since the security updates of 1.8.3, I believe, is when the security issues came to be. Ever since then, I've been having problems with seizures. It's still not perfect, but it's pretty much almost as eliminated can get. And when I assign 2 gigs SMS and XMS and this doesn't do what it did in the beginning, then it would be solved. The issue would be 100% solved. But hey, we got it to a point that it works right now. Or at least right enough to do this. Ooh, octopi. gang of octopi out to kill my boat. And stutter. And you said some of the Minecraft flaws of constantly generating terrain still evident when we play. Alright. According to the timer, now is exactly 10 minutes. And the computer is still running strong. Alright, I mean, this is definitely helping us gain some of the, progress we've lost by falling into a ravine and other various time kills like villages and temples. But as I said, how boring is this? This would suck if we make it to the southern border and this is how we do it, is we're in a boat, then all of a sudden, oh yeah, forget, just go a little faster that way. We're in a boat, then all of a sudden there's the strike border and that's it, out in the middle of the ocean. I don't think that's the way I really want it to go. Although in maybe a few or several years, Minecraft is likely to become something that is no longer relevant, and the only thing people will watch, like how close that guardian was. The only thing people will watch is Firelands or Bust, and hopefully maybe One Way, as the both of us are trying to reach a insane goal. And swamps and boats don't mix. This isn't good. Minefield. This is pretty much a minefield, and boat broke somewhere. Here we go. And we hit it anyway. Oh, that one we just plowed into. That one we clipped. Yeah, I think this boat's gonna not live as well. Oh, we got through that. Just a little more. Hey, we're in the clear. We made it. Then we stutter back. And we got winter again. good enough. Typically, I like to put the pillow facing the direction we are going to actually travel in. 10 seconds of coal. Let's give that a try, shall we? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pick him up. This way. Wait a minute. No, no, no. Sun rises. No, we go this way. Yeah, look at how fast we can go now that I've discovered the run button works with boats too. And go. There we go. And off. Yeah, we smashed. Let's do this one more time. 10 seconds of coal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Planes. We have 3 minutes left, and I think this is going to be a point where there's going to be more than a half day, so we're just going to call it good. We haven't had to do it that way in a while, but it looks like we're going to have to. Alright, let's keep going here. 3 minutes left. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see where the sun is. I mean, it was too close to call on the other episode, so we just let it live. It was slightly past, then it jumped backwards, so I wasn't sure exactly how long we would have. Yeah, let's go this way. Yeah, I think that went to a ravine of some sort. Underground cave system. Alright. This looks like it just comes winter. Yeah, there's something over there, but I'm not sure if I should be interested or not. I think the way we started and okay, there we go. I think the way things started might have really screwed up the timing a little bit. And here we are out in a big, wide, white world. Less than a minute ago, according to the timer. Looks like it's going to be another close call. So let's try and make the best of it by taking terrain with the fewest possible jumps, perhaps, if it's possible to do while running. That went fairly well, that little section there. far will we get? Will the sun be far enough off? We can say overtime. No, it isn't. Just barely. Well, we're going to have to call this area good. So what I'm going to do is, off camera, we'll sleep it off. And we'll go to the headboard so we can show you where we belong. And we throw away a bed. Good job. We don't want to throw away beds. They're kind of important. We need a boat and a boat. And another bed. We haven't had a midday termination in a long time. As usually I would cook up my food at this point. So as usual, I stand at the headboard and just a little over so we don't have to round up. Let's see how far we have got. Hoping for, let's see, 546 one something or other. Alright, pretty good. 549, 547. So we have made some good progress. I think we averaged about an extra 3K when we went in the nether next time. And the last time we were there, not next. Yeah, see, the memory's running out again. And then when we get the big stutter, that's when it drops down to like 30, 40% or whatever. So I think we fixed this problem. And I'll annotate that whether or not it is truly fixed by... Nope, that ain't it. When I quit the game and see if it lets me do it without issue. So that's this episode of One Way. George F551 saying hope you enjoyed and have a good one.